I thought about grabbing a beer. I probably should have, but
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back
it went.
to
I
another
I
episode
thought
of
it. My bad.
of the Empty Slate. Chris thought about grabbing a beer, and I
Well, yeah,
filled up my water jug.
yeah. I have nothing to drink. I'm allergy medicine got me all cotton mouth and shit. So
Allergy
sorry.
meds, huh?
Yeah, it is that time of year. You know how it is. Texas allergies, April.
It is. It is quite the jacked up air for allergies and different. I don't know. About a week ago, I was so stopped up I couldn't breathe one day, and uh, I was having just shitty sleep just from like so much congestion that it was just like it was miserable. And I don't know. I don't know if it's I know, yeah, it is kind of that time of year, but sometimes it seems like, I don't know, sometimes it just seems like it varies for me. I
Really?
don't know about you, but I think there's a lot of times that, like, some seasons or some years, some seasons, years, whatever you want to call it, like mine's not that bad, and then there's another time where I'm like sneezing and coughing and like stuffed up all to hell and everything, and I can't really get anything like either A, this side stopped up, or B, this side stopped up, or both sides are stopped up. And then you hear yourself talk, and you're like, what the, like, golly, man.
For me, it's always spring and fall. I get was it ragweed in the spring and summer, and then fall is mountain cedar.
Mountain cedar.
Yeah, that's what that's what gets me.
I haven't. I've never. Have you ever done an allergy test?
No,
I haven't either.
I need to. I thought about it, but I've heard that once you do it and you start getting them, or like the injections or whatever, you pretty much have to the rest of your life
Injections like what? Like allergy
for your
shots every
allergies.
year?
Yeah, allergy shot.
Uh, I've
Which
never.
it is. I mean, you're going to take allergy medicine regardless for the rest of your life. So, I mean, what's
I'm just glad I'm not allergic to like cats or animals.
right?
Period. Or like you know, like I know people that are. I know people that are miserable on those like super high pollen days. Like,
Oh, that's me. I am those people.
froze. Like
You
you're
froze.
still froze. Oh, there you are. I'm
Yeah,
froze.
we were. You were
Or we
just
both
like
frozen.
stuck
You were
like
like
that.
this, like you were either about to yawn or sneeze.
At
Uh,
this point, it could be either one.
Either one.
The other day, I guess the weekend that I got sick, and I don't know if it's like a combination of a virus or this, but I mowed and weed eated, edged, and really cleaned up the yard really nice. And it damn near killed me. It seemed like I got done mowing. My face was puffy. I was puking out of every pore in my face.
You
Just
were puking.
not like, but
Oh,
like running snot and eyes were watering and just gross. The front of my face was just nasty.
I uh, I did the. I or we. Excuse me. Used. Dadgummit. Now I'm choking on my own spit over here. Uh,
Kool-Aid, scotch, scotch, scotch. Go down the hatch.
um. Okay, you're in here now, so now you're leaving. Okay, so I guess. Okay. But no. I had. We used to. We still have them. Like you wash them out or whatever. But the oh, what the hell are they? Then it's not like the neti pot, but it's like the saline
Lavage.
nasal rinse thing that you can do,
Yeah, I want
where
to
you
do
like
that.
lean over and you squirt that water up. God, it worked, but boy, was it sometimes, man, sometimes it was like, oh my God, it just was awful.
I watched videos on either TikTok or YouTube or something, and people are using something like that, and just like up one side, and all this junk, just thick crud, come out their other nose,
Yeah, that's
other
how
side of
mine
their
was.
nose. Oh,
Like you blow that, you shoot that water with that saline rinse up there, and then I mean, like brown mucus just comes out,
yeah,
and you're like,
that's
yeah, I'm gonna guess that I had some kind of infection up there.
yeah. I
Because
still think I got something like my sinuses are still all jacked up right here.
mine mine hurt one day like pretty bad, and like they hurt bad enough where I took some medicine before I left the house, like some uh like sinus pain and pressure meds, because like all up on my face, right up in here, like man, my shit was hurting bad, and I was like, this ain't cool. I ain't going to work like this, and I just popped some like sinus pressure Tylenol or something, and was like,
Yeah.
about an hour later, I was like, okay, I feel better. And then I could tell about the end of the day, I was like, man, I should have brought two of those. Because by the end of the day, I was like,
Yeah.
man, like it like migrated to like both sides. And I was like, oh God. I was like, just somebody hit me it felt like somebody hit me in the face with a brick.
Yeah, Saturday night, I got called to go out and spent the night in Sweetwater, and I took a allergy pill before I left the house, and I didn't think about getting one for the next day. And I guess Sweetwater's got a whole different, I don't know, pollen count or whatever you call it, or
Mm-hmm.
air. I couldn't breathe for shit. I mean, it was worse than up here. I was like, God dang. It's horrible.
Yeah. And I think I'm not blaming my brothers or my brother, but I went over to my mom's. My mom was in town for a couple days. Um, Went over to my mom's on Sunday because she made dinner, and she flew back out today. But I sure as shit, like that evening, I don't even know. I don't think it started that evening. I think it started that Monday or that Sunday night when we got home. We got home about 7. Boy, I was itching. What the hell? I was like, man. And then I got to looking, and I was like, man, I got chiggers somewhere. And we've never had them here in the yard. So I think I got chiggers from my mom's house because they got 2 dogs over there. And I was like, I think I got chiggers. I got them on my left ankle and on my right ankle. And then I got like a couple on my calf and a couple on my foot. And I was like, well, maybe I got them when I was mowing or weed eating. Well, no, because I had on tennis shoes when I was mowing and weed eating. I was like, so there ain't no way they would have got me on my foot. So it had been at my mom's. I was like, son of a bitch.
It's too early for chiggers.
I That's what I thought. I don't know. It may not be chiggers. I may have. It could have been that, or
Bed bug.
maybe uh uh just like either because we did have we had UFC 300 over here, and we had it out in the garage, and earlier in the day, I was out there. Brian was here, and earlier in the day, I was out there. We were watching the Masters, and I kept having these damn little mean ass flies fly over and bite me, and I've never had a fly bite itch, but maybe those did. I don't know.
Those big ass biting flies.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was just I got like one spot. Excuse me. I got like one spot on my right foot. I had to think about it for a second because it's reverse on the screen. Um, I got like one spot on my right foot, and I was like, damn. And I looked down at it yesterday, and I guess I either just it irritated the shit out of me all day at work, and I just kept scratching it with the heel of my tennis shoe. And so I scratched it so bad that it's all like just one big scab right now. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah,
But
it happens.
speaking of weekends, we had WrestleMania a couple weekends ago. Had UFC 300 this past weekend, which you couldn't make it. You had to work,
Yeah,
obviously.
Had to play choo choo.
But and then we had TMS this weekend.
We did, and I'm not gonna say it was a good race because I don't think it was a good race. I think it was an entertaining race.
I thought it was very entertaining.
Very entertaining, not very good. It's one of those races where, and with the exception of Tyler Reddick, once the leader got the lead, you're not going to pass him. Like, it doesn't matter how good your car is. Like I said, other than Tyler Reddick. But Chase Elliott won. Chase Elliott won. You know, that's good. First win for Hooters since Alan Kawicki in 91, 92, something like that.
I won't say it was a bad race. I personally kind of enjoyed it.
I thought it was a shit show.
And no, it was a shit show towards the end. I mean, but I did, you were talking about how once somebody got the lead, they really got out there and got the lead. But it seemed like NASCAR read your mind and they were like, no, that ain't happening, fam. Because we started to get passing. I mean, you started to get guys in the packs and, you started getting, guys with fresh tires coming up through the field. I mean, you look at Brad.
Yeah, tires actually did make a difference.
Tires made a hell of a difference. I mean, pretty much the whole day, I think.
But once you got a cycle on them, though, they evened out.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, if everybody pitted at the same time, then yeah, I mean, everybody's pretty much had the same strategy, the same thing. But if you did have a green flag stop, you did get the opportunity to, maybe jump ahead of some people that didn't. And you saw that with Brad. But what'd you think of the ending? So first I'm going to ask you, Chase did nothing wrong to Denny.
No.
Denny just got loose and the air got sucked off the nose and he got loose.
Yeah.
But
did he even said that?
Yeah. Yeah. I think to me, that's why Chase is probably one of NASCAR's most popular drivers, because even in his post-race day, he was like, well, I really hope I didn't do anything to Denny. I'll have to go back and look at the tape. And I'm like, bro, you didn't do anything to him. You didn't even touch him. Like they weren't even, I don't even think he was just barely close enough to pull the air off his nose.
So I watched Denny Hamlin's podcast today, Actions Detrimental. It makes you like Denny. I like Denny a lot. It's crazy. I was such a Denny hater, but I really have come on to liking Denny. But he even said that he knew he was going to wreck. He took the outside knowing that if he didn't clear Chase going into 3, he wasn't coming out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so he went in there and he threw it in the corner and hoping it stuck, and it didn't. And he said, I have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
He said, I went for the win instead of the points. It was checkers or wreckers, and I was on the hook.
But your boy, Willie B,
oh, dude,
sure as shit did get into some Ross Chastain.
No, he didn't.
Bro.
He bumped him. He rubbed him.
He rubbed him in, and then Ross got loose.
No. I know what happened? Go back and watch it. Watch the end car. Somebody go through Twitter. Somebody posted a stacked timeline of both end cars. And look at William Byron's. Byron holds his line. He's on the top, and he's got a run. And what's his face?
Ross
Chastain comes down and chops his nose off and tries to chop off his run.
So Ross went for the block.
And Ross tried to block him, and William Byron, it's the last lap. He's not going to lift. He drove through him. What are you going to do? I'm not going to lift.
So in that situation, I'm going to say this. Neither one of them are in the wrong.
No.
It's racing. If that's the case, neither one of them are in the wrong. I think Ross thought that he should have been let in, because you saw him post race, Did you see that little side by side that they did post race where he was just walking like a little turd to his
Yeah,
hauler?
he declined interview and all that kind of
Yeah,
bullshit.
he was pissed off.
Howdy ass.
And the funny thing to me, and it always kind of I'm not gonna say, yeah, I will say it. He's grown on me. The Watermelon Man has grown on me. I like his style of racing. I just don't like his post attitude and just the way that he kind of conducts himself post race. He kind of comes off as a kaboom, yeah. The boom, yeah. He kind of comes off as just like kind of being a little bitch about it.
He does.
But
He does.
his racing doesn't seem like he's a little bitch.
No, as soon as he puts a helmet on, he's a totally different person. He's like, and he blocks out everything and doesn't remember a thing. He remembers nothing between the time he puts the helmet on to the time he takes the helmet off. He is just locked in and doesn't remember what happened. He's like, I don't know. A few races ago, he got into it with somebody, or might have been last season. He's, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. What are you talking about? I have no idea. Well, when you and so and so got together, I don't remember that.
It's like I don't know. It's like he's kind of I
want to say cocky, but not cocky. Arrogant, but
yeah.
not really arrogant. I don't know.
I don't know. It's funny to me and it's sad at the same time because I'm like, man, I like the way he drives, but I can't stand the way that I can't stand the way he does post race interviews. You know, it's just like but really and truly, and this is a pretty accurate statement. There aren't very many guys that are still racing and that are currently racing that I can stand them post interview. There's not a lot of guys that seem like they want to own up to what they've done.
Denny will.
But Denny's not a young guy. Denny's not one of these young kids.
No.
Denny's in his 40s.
I think that's why I like Denny. I think that's why Denny has grown on me, is because we're the same age. Same way with Kyle Busch. You know, we're right around the same age now.
Yeah, and same like, you know,
MTJ,
Truex, Brad.
Yeah.
You know, the older guys that are still racing.
Yeah.
They
we relate more to them.
They have to enjoy. It makes you enjoy with them, or it makes you enjoy them. But then you have, well, for one, you have Willie, or not Willie, but you have Alex Bowman. Who, my name's Alex Bowman. Or you get somebody like Ross,
like Chase.
Well, yeah, but Chase is just a nice dude. Like, he's just a nice. Larson will kind of admit faults at times. No duck and cover tonight. Yeah, we made it. We made it 22 minutes in without any any tornadoes. Yeah, there's no storms tonight, which is good and sad all at the same time because I like it when it rains. It makes makes you sleep better, I guess. I don't know.
You love a rainy night.
Good song. But yeah, so good race. But what do you think, Sunday? What do you think? You gonna be off?
That I don't know. It's just, on call. So who knows? Brian said something.
Actually, said I actually did feel bad. You had to cut it short. Yeah,
dude. I had a pretty good list of things I wanted to cover with the WrestleMania preview show.
Yeah, a bunch to talk about, but now it was all gone.
Yeah, now it's too late to really talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, unless something like, the only thing that we could touch on wrestling wise, honestly, right now would be the really sad fact that Rhea is going to be out for about 3 to 4 months, I guess.
Yeah.
Which, that's one of her first major injuries, first major setbacks. So that does suck for her. Yes, Brian, it was.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yes, Brian, it was a great time. We'll talk about that shortly. But yeah, so
Talladega coming up. It depends. It's going to be a damn fuel mileage deal. Nobody wants to lead because they want to save as much fuel as possible. So, as well as I do, Talladega, Atlanta, and Daytona. You just pick one.
It's a crapshoot at
Yeah,
times.
just pick a driver and see what happens. I want to say LaJoy has a good shot, just as good a shot as any. But dude, he hasn't been running very good this year. I'm very disappointed.
I'm a tad disappointed in Josh Berry so far this year, but I can't really say much because did I expect much? You know what I mean? Like,
right. What did you really expect?
Did I expect much from him in his first season? Did I expect him to come out of the gate blowing and going and winning races? No.
Yeah, and Josh has got so many things against him. Yeah, he ran quite a few races last year in this car, but new team, Ford is pretty much pulled out of Stewart Haas. I don't know how much support they're getting because they don't have a deal for next year. They don't have a manufacturer deal.
Right.
So you don't know how much money they're getting from Ford as far as simulator time and wind tunnel and resources like that.
Right.
And this car is so different from anything that Josh Berry has driven.
Correct.
It's not your typical, late model stock car, Xfinity car, or even a truck, with the independent suspension and all that kind of stuff. It's different. It's totally different. There's symmetrical sides, so there's no side force on the cars.
Right.
They can't really lean on the right side of the car like, Jimmy Johnson found that out first 15 laps of the race, I think.
Yeah.
But with Talladega, I'm going to pick somebody. I'm going to make a pick. And it's a strong, bold prediction. I'm not going to say he's going to win, but I think he'll finish up in the top 10 is the 38 car.
The suspense is killing.
Todd Gilliland.
Michael McDowell?
Todd Gilliland.
Oh, Todd Gilliland.
38 special.
What's Michael McDowell?
34.
34. Okay. I like that.
He's had a lot of speed lately.
Yeah, he has had a lot of speed. I don't know who I'd pick right now. I may place a wager on.
I wouldn't.
No, not on Michael McDowell.
No, not on this race.
Oh, I definitely am. Yeah, I'm gonna pick somebody, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna put a lot of money on it. I have to be quiet, guys. But yeah,
he's gonna spank you.
I'm gonna get in trouble. But yeah, I don't know. Just for shits and grins, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
find one, watch qualifying, see what happens.
That's gonna tell you jack shit.
True. Because Kyle Larson was fast as shit at Texas, and he finished like.
Well, if he didn't have a tire fall off,
it fell off. It fell the fuck off. At least it was in caution.
Yeah,
and that's the only thing we can say. That was the wildest thing ever. Is he's like cruising right along under caution, bebop along, and then all of a sudden it fell the fuck off. Turning him into a tripod,
Yeah.
spinning him into a dimension of pissed off he's never been before in his
There you
life.
go. I was waiting on you to see if you were going to tell a joke. Thanks, Ron White.
Thank you, Ron White. Gotta give him credit for that one. Oh, we have 3 people watching.
I'd pick a Toyota. If I'm not gonna go with Todd Gillen, I'd pick a Toyota. And it has a 3 in it.
Or as Dale likes to call him, Toyota.
Toyota. His name is Bubba.
I would if that nope, not happening, Chris. I would
put money on Bubba Wallace.
You've intrigued me now. So early odds, let's see if they're up. Because now I'm like, who's the favorite right now on a Tuesday? Going up on a Tuesday. Because if I had to pick early odds, they don't even have it up. It's only on Tuesday. Well, my site doesn't, but I can look at it. I would say Bubba may be pretty high up there. Maybe a plus 10,000.
Probably. You can pick Blaney. He'll be in the mix.
Is it the 500?
I think it is 500. Yeah. I think it's a
Geico 500.
Yeah.
It
used to be like the Aaron's $4.99 or some shit.
That's what it used to be. The Aaron's $4.99. Why do I'm always fat?
It was actually 501 though.
Let's see if there's anything. Not so obviously right now. Just because he was last year's winner, I think. No, wait a minute. Oh, this only has
we are losing people.
Why? No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Come on, cat. Sorry, guys. Right now the odds on favorite is William Byron.
I think that's just because he has the most wins.
And the longest shot right now is MTJ.
That makes sense, though.
So anyway, yeah, back to not talking about gambling. Oh, we lost a lot of people. There's only one person left in here. I think it's me.
Yeah.
Or Brian.
That's all right. We don't do it for the views. We do it for the fun.
Big Russell. Start talking about betting. Yeah, I don't do it for the popularity. If I did it for the popularity, then I'd have dancing girls and whiskey bottles all over the table.
I was going to say snorting cocaine off a stripper's ass.
That was last weekend. No, I'm kidding.
That was the weekend before last.
Look, one person came back because we started to stop talking about betting. But yeah, so it's gonna be fun. I think Tallahassee gonna be fun. If you're off, it'd be cool to have you over.
You want to go to Rhea?
Huh?
Want to talk about Rhea?
We can't. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. I mean, she had a good match at Mania. And then, I mean, it was a fluke injury. I mean, she got slammed into a wall on a backstage brawl thing. And, I mean, it sucks. It's reported to be a sprained AC joint.
Really?
It takes 4 to 6 weeks to heal. Or 4 to 6 weeks. I'm sorry. What I read on Twitter was 4 to 6 weeks of non-mobility. So, or to get the mobility back. Excuse me. I'm trying to replay this all in my head. Go, bro. Don't mess with the hanger on the door. I was trying to figure out what that jingle bell sound was. 4 to 6 weeks to get the mobility back in your arm. And then basically you're off. Basically, she's off TV for probably 3 to 4 months, which sucks. And
Yeah.
it hurts. It hurts the story. It's her big, or it's her biggest, one of her biggest injuries. I don't remember the last.
I
I
don't
don't remember
remember her
her.
ever being hurt.
I since she's been up to the main roster, I don't think she's ever been hurt. Now she may have been. She may have got hurt in NXT, but I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But I think this is her first like major, like out of action injury that she's ever had. I think.
So with Becky on the sideline, taking some time off, Charlotte's
They're
still hurt.
they're so Becky's taking time off, but I think Becky's thing was just like, I just want a couple weeks off. I personally think you're probably going to get Becky back, and I think that they're going to end up re-signing her and Seth now. But there's a lot of, I'm not going to say a lot. There's quite a few rumors of an Alexa Bliss return.
Yeah, I saw that coming
Um,
with Uncle Howdy.
But well,
Or
she may not be a part of that just yet. It may just be normal Alexa Bliss just to come back for title stuff. Because you got to remember, she was in the middle of the like weird going back to Bray Wyatt stuff, and then she got pregnant.
right.
So they just pulled her out of it basically without any like explanations.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, as soon as you get pregnant, there's really you can't really
well,
compete.
right. I mean, it's not like they can make a fake injury angle.
Right.
So I think that they bring her back and try to continue that same angle if they are going to go the Uncle Howdy route. One of the guys that used to be with Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, Redbeard, the big guy with the big red beard.
Yeah.
Apparently he's signed with somebody because somebody
died.
No, Brody Lee died, the other guy.
Okay.
But apparently that he had some things that came up that were contradicting his new job or new signage or whatever. I don't know. So they think he signed with somebody else, or they think he's signed to a major company, whether that be AEW, WWE, Impact. I don't know, but that is all up in the air, basically. I don't know. I don't know what and how this Uncle Howdy thing starts. I really don't. I know they've already started it. They've started to do the QR code things, and they've done stuff in the arenas where like music is playing and stuff like that. So
have you not noticed the glitches and stuff like that? Well, stars are walking out, and
I've noticed the
any of that
constant
stuff?
freezing of our broadcast tonight.
Yeah. It's AT&T.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I have not actually. I've the first one that I noticed was Monday.
Okay, so they've been happening since WrestleMania.
Oh, have they?
Yeah. And it's
Okay,
like little glitches. At first, I wasn't keen on it, but I just thought it was freezing up, like, my internet does.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. They're just actual glitches. Like, they're putting in glitches and stuff like that.
We got up to 4 people, and I was going to say, hey, shout out whoever you are in the chat. Right now it says there's 2, but I think one of them's me, and I think the other one's probably Brian. So say hi in the chat. Hey, there's a third person in here. Say hi in the chat if you're on YouTube.
Please share, like, and subscribe.
Bro, don't even put that on screen. Don't even put that on screen. I'm going to call him out. No, don't even put that on screen. Shameless plug. Dick. Shameless plug for the YFB.
Everybody needs to go check out his podcast.
Hey, third person, say hi in the chat so we know who you are. I just want to know who it is.
Not being creepy at all. We will not send you flowers.
I knew he would. I knew he would shoot on me. No, so I haven't noticed those, but it should be fun. We shall see.
So with Rhea going to be gone, who is going to take the belt? That's the thing. Who do you want to put?
This is why I think they get Becky back.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, this is why I think they get Becky
you don't
back.
Put it on Liv.
They're not. Well, they're not going to put it on Liv. They're not going to put it on Nia Jax.
Oh God.
I think the better story, if it's me, I think the better story is you put it on Becky, and then because Liv Morgan said the revenge tour is not over. You put it on Becky. You let the Liv and Morgan. You let the Liv and Becky thing play out, and then
I think at some time you're gonna have to put on Liv.
No, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
I think. Excuse me. I think you eventually, because I really think that what you really need to do, Liv is going to get booed out of the fucking building because people love Rhea, and so Liv's going to be booed out of the building. She needs to embrace the hell out of being the bad girl.
Yeah,
out of the revenge tour, she needs to embrace it. Honey, if you've got a lick of acting skills in that body, embrace them, learn how to be the bad guy.
Definitely does.
And because embrace that, cheat to win the title from Becky somehow.
Yeah.
And then that sets up the return for Rhea, maybe around SummerSlam. Possibly.
What's crazy is that
maybe that's somebody that doesn't want to say hi because they're from WWE and they've listened to us before and they stole some of our stuff, because I've said stuff on this podcast, this show, that has actually come true on SmackDown or Raw. I've said this. And so I think the third person, whoever's in there, is somebody from WWE. They don't want to say anything because they're stealing my ideas. Trademark, bitches.
Hashtag trademark.
Shut up, Brian. Don't you have a kennel to take care of at your house?
Don't shoot away our watchers. Our viewers. Watchers. That sounds weird. Isn't that a movie?
What? The viewers? No, the watchers.
So what angle are we going with Priest?
Be honest with you, I honestly think that you can't like comments. Thus saith the executive producer. I be honest, I saw a graphic on Twitter, Facebook, one of the two, maybe even Instagram, I'm not for sure, that had potential matches for person. I liked a lot of them. They were Priest and Finn Balor for the title. There was Roman versus Seth. There was Cody versus someone.
Gunther?
No, I don't remember who it was, to be honest. But there was also a Rhea return match, but I don't remember who that was either. But anywho, but so if you watched, I don't know how much Raw you watched. But they did have a little tension between Balor and Priest in the show, and so it actually kind of started during one of right after the Rhea segment. They were all backstage. See, has it been a 2 the entire time? And I thought it was a 3.
No, we lost somebody.
Oh damn! I told you they were stealing my ideas.
It's all right. They should just keep watching.
But so Priest steps up, and did you see the segment?
No, I was working out. I went
okay.
For my
so
job.
Priest steps up, the camera goes back to the Judgment Day locker room, and Balor and Dominic and JD are all like sitting on the couch, kind of looking mopey because Rhea's injured and she's gone, obviously. And Priest is like, "Look, she's not dead," or something like that. Like we held it down when she was here. We'll held it down when she's not here, or we'll hold it down when she's not here. And he's like, Dominic, you need to take care of Andrade, and JD, you go help him make sure it gets done. And he sends them two away, and then Balor steps up, and Balor says something like, "We need to go focus on the tag team titles." And Balor and Priest is like, "No, you need to focus on your match tonight with Jimmy Uso," because he had a match with Jimmy Uso at the end of the night. And
Jay, wasn't it?
Jay Uso, excuse me, Jay Uso. And
that was a shit show of a match.
I thought it was a good match. It wasn't I thought it was a good match. There was no interference, nothing. But anyway, so Dominic says that, or Priest says that to Balor, and Balor's like, "Yeah, you're right. You're right." And he's like, "I'm gonna go warm up." And so Balor leaves the room, and Dominic or Damian Priest just kind of stands there. Well, After, really? Who am I? Pat McAfee? Welcome to the program.
After.
Did I just have a stroke mid-sentence?
All right, Mitch McCollum.
Wow. After the match, after Jay won, Dominic, JD, and Finn jumped Jay, and like, or no, they didn't jump him. They didn't jump him. That Priest came out, huh? They did, but right before that, Priest came out and they stared at each other. Priest held the title up, and Jay stared at him. Right. Well, then they clobbered him.
Right.
They clobbered him from behind, and Priest was like, "What are y'all doing?" And Balor says something like, "We need to take care of this," and you can see like there's a little bit of tension. They're kind of like staring at each other or whatever. So I think they've planted those roots of the tension. If that's the direction that they're going,
I like it.
I like it. If that third person comes back, maybe they should be listening. WWE executive, writer.
Okay, can we give a nod to the production team?
Oh, the production value of this show has gone up exponentially. Is that how you say it?
Exponentially.
There you go.
This show,
not our show, not our
Raw
show. Raw.
Oh, I wish I had a picture right now.
Yes, Monday Night Raw has gone up. Monday Night Raw has gone up like extremely.
The
impressive.
Following Jey Uso through the crowd and out to the concourse, and then meeting Sami Zayn, and then following him in and breaking the fourth wall was awesome.
What's the fourth wall?
Talking to the camera, and like
they don't. No, there's no fourth wall in wrestling, Chris.
In a way, there is, because you don't talk directly when you're doing stuff like that. Like, come on, we're gonna go down here.
And what do they do when they're standing in the ring staring at a camera?
I know they're shooting a promo and all that kind of stuff. They're talking into the camera, but just the way that it's like they brought you into the ring with them.
Yes, it made you feel included.
Yes.
It was like you were following Sammy into the ring.
Yes, like if you had an Apple Vision Pro on your head, a VR headset or something, you were there. You were going to follow them down the steps and
yes.
Yeah.
To fight the monster of the world. Punk. I don't remember when he said that, but
when they were in Chicago.
Oh.
I think. Was it Raw before? I don't know.
Punk will be back soon. But yeah. I'm excited. I think it's going to be. I think Raw has gotten a lot better. I think there really is a new era.
Era.
Era. I think we lost. We're down to one, and it's just me.
It's Brian.
Bye, Brian. But I think there is a new era in WWE. I think that it has the
It feels familiar, like
that
like 1996 kind of vibes.
A little bit. Oh, he did not leave. So there was some. So it's not counting me. I don't know.
No, you left.
No, I'm right here.
You left the chat. I've got some 1996, 1997 vibes.
There are some Attitude Era-ish vibes.
Yeah.
I won't say full Attitude Era because I don't think we'll ever get that. It'll never happen.
No.
But there are some Attitude-ish era vibes, and it is very exciting.
The production value has gone up through the roof.
Yeah.
The storytelling has just gotten so much better. And in these long stories and long developing stories and everything is just, it's what I've wanted. I didn't like telling stories from one pay-per-view to the next.
Right.
You know, you have this one storyline and it changes for this pay-per-view and then it changes for this pay-per-view. And it's just like a 1 month deal, 1 month storyline.
I don't think we're going to get extremely long storylines like we used to get. To clarify, Punk said this in an AWMJF straight to the camera as he was covered in blood. To be honest with you, Brian, I don't remember that one single bit. Thus, Chris.
I know it's broken, but
often. So yeah, I don't know. I do. You know nothing about it.
Right.
No, I do think. I don't think we're going to get super long storylines like we did. I think you'll get those in your main events with your main event guys. Right. I think you'll get that with Punk and Drew.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get that with whoever Cody's next opponent is.
I think we're going to have Gunther.
I think it's going to be AJ at first.
Well, it is AJ first, right?
I think. Well, it has nothing's been
officially.
Him
or LA Knight.
Him or LA Knight, but I don't think it's going to be LA Knight because LA Knight's a babyface. AJ's a heel.
Right.
But because I do think, and I've said this before, and they're listening. SmackDown kind of put a little bit of a rift in the bloodline there. Are we going to get Team Roman versus Team Rock? I mean, there's already a little rift in the bloodline there.
Right.
I mean, you're already, Solo and Tama beat the hell out of Jimmy. And the Jackie Redmond lady asked Jay, she says, she says, how's Jimmy? And you can see Jay kind of look down, be sad. I told him to come with me, So it's like they're building to the brothers reunion. They're also building to, I think, a Samoan Civil War.
I was thinking, NWO versus Wolfpack kind of a deal.
Sure, but not to the extent of
because there's not 50. There's not 50 people.
Yeah, I was going to say not to the extent that clusterfuck turned into.
Yeah, right.
Where NWO had just the most random ass people in it.
Everybody.
Yeah,
that was dumb.
Yeah.
Once they got more than X-Pac.
Once once Virgil was in the NWO, I was like, oh God, what are they doing?
What are we doing here?
Yeah. But Wolfpack Sting was pretty cool.
Yeah, Wolfpack Sting was pretty cool.
Wolfpack Sting was pretty cool.
I did have a Wolfpack NWO shirt. And then I want to get a couple.
You know, I think I did too. I think I had the one with the wolf
red.
on it.
Oh, really? Mine was just red with the black NWO.
I think I had the black one with the red wolf on it.
Okay.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
I think that's the one I had.
I think the red with the black NWO was really cool.
Oh, I still to this day, I think the NWO shirts are still great.
Yeah. I want to get me one.
Yeah, I still think those are just like great shirts. But yeah, so I don't know. I think with wrestling right now, it's a fun time. I think there's a lot to grow on, because I think it's gonna put us in a new era, which I mean they're calling the Triple H era.
Yeah.
And so the
Paul Levesque era.
Yeah, well, do I think it's going to happen overnight? No. But do I think it's
getting better?
I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun to watch for the next month and a half, maybe 2 months.
And like I told you last night, I really feel like Cody, when he does go heel, it's not going to be this year. It might be next.
Cody's not going heel, bro.
He will, because that whole American Nightmare deal that he's got going on, the Homelander shit, it's going to get old and it's going to get stale. Just ask John Cena.
Yeah, but how long did that take for that to get sad for John Cena?
I understand. But when he does, it will be just like Hogan turning into Hollywood Hogan and joining the NWO. It will be just like that. You'll have people crying.
I just don't think that happens. I don't know why I'm playing with these fake rings. It's just Cody will hit hard times. I mean, if look, if it happens,
it's not going to be anytime soon. We know that it's not going to be anytime soon.
It's going to be a while.
But I'm waiting for it, and I want to see.
I think it's 5 years down the road.
That long? I was going to give it 2, maybe 3.
Well, they are definitely, in my mind, building to Rock versus Cody at WrestleMania. I mark my word on April 16th, 2024. It may not be WrestleMania 2025, but
I mean, it will be.
They want to build that.
They haven't even announced where 41 is going to be, have they?
Not yet. A lot of people think it's going to be Minnesota at the new stadium Minnesota has. But they haven't announced anything yet. I know for a fact because he's talked about it during WrestleMania week on his show, or WrestleMania a couple days that his show was at WrestleMania. McAfee is really pushing for a WrestleMania at Lucas Oil.
That would be cool.
So they do them at football stadiums. So they are pushing for those. And I do think that would be a good idea to go back to the indoor stadiums for a little bit. Yeah. Because Philly turned into a freeze fest on one night, and they were literally pumping in heaters on the ring,
right,
to keep the guys warm on the ring. So I think outdoor stadiums, if they're going to do them, make sure those are West Coast. Indoor stadium,
raining.
Yeah. Indoor stadiums, if you're going to do indoor, do them East Coast, or do Florida.
Yeah.
Well,
you still have a chance for rain.
True, because WrestleMania in Tampa Bay kind of got delayed because of rain. So I think there's potential. There's a lot of potential. I'm really surprised they haven't announced it yet, but we'll see what happens.
I'd like to go to one. I want to go to a Raw or SmackDown next time they're in town.
I need to look then. We need to look and then plan ahead.
Yeah.
Include Brian with us or something.
Yep. Take Brian
SmackDown will be good because it's Friday and nobody have to work tomorrow, but maybe you, unless you took off the next day.
Yeah.
But
I'm the loser with the blue collar job.
Well, you're the guy with the on-call job.
Well, yeah.
Brian and myself are not on call. So, but I know we are getting to the hour mark, and I'm going to be dead ass honest with you. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I am starving.
What are you having?
A cheesy sausage broccoli bake.
I made a Cajun chicken and rice broccoli deal skillet all in one. It's really good. I use that Malcolm Reed's King Crawl Cajun seasoning. That shit's so good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So, but the wings were delicious. That's probably my lunch tomorrow. There was a few left, and I haven't touched them. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna eat
Twin
those.
Peaks.
No, I made.
Oh, that's right. You smoked some.
I made some. I smoked grilled some wings. Kind of get a little smoke on them. Michael Jackson notified O.J. Simpson and a hot dog. Oh my God! On that note,
well, on that,
thanks for tuning in late. On that note, if you want to go back and hear some of our opinions, Anthony, feel free to like, subscribe, and share all of our episodes. We are currently up to 43, or what we think may be 43.
it might be 43.
Maybe 44. We don't know.
I can't count more than 2.
You can only count the amount of toes and fingers. But with that, ladies and gentlemen,
hey, hold on.
What?
I hope they like my hat.
Oh,
I had to show off my hat. Got on the TikTok shop.
He bought that on the TikTok shop, y'all. Is it a Richardson or is it some Chinese?
It's a Chinese Richardson. Yeah, it's Richardson.
Oh, it's Richardson. Oh, yeah. Is it stitched or like a glue patch?
It's glue.
Oh, well, at least you can glue it back if you need to.
Yeah.
Well, kaboom, as Brian says. I'm going to sign off from here and let Captain Chris close the show.
Captain Chris. That's going on my next.
Captain Chris.
Yeah. Captain Chris. Until we meet again.
Thank y'all for joining us.
We'll see you down the road.
Are you Y2K?